40, 30 minutes.
Okay.
We already spent like 15.
Okay.
Yes.
Honorable Sigei asked for questions. The burning one, what is this one thing that I intend to do that will make a difference? I believe that with the rich background that I've indicated that I have in terms of my experience and also my demeanor, I believe we have an opportunity to turn around the image of the National Police Service Commission and by extension the image of the National Police Service by very pragmatic initiatives that we will want to undertake with them to ensure that we correct the extreme negative energy and image, therefore. So if I get this opportunity working through with the different players, my colleague commissioners, who I believe will be able to consolidate into a solid team so that we have one singular mind to address the issues of the National Police Service instead of some of the divided noise that we hear. We will be able to, because I see a lot of rollover effect of the wars that are within the National Police Service Commission, then that filter into the National Police Service, they damper morale, they manifest in aspects of poor work ethic. So with my standards and those that I've explained, Honorable, I believe with the team we should be able to turn around the extreme negative energy of the police service, both commission level and the one that we serve, the service. Aspects of the reforms come in there, because even these issues of imaging and rebranding of the commission come in under the wider reforms agenda that I will be expected to spearhead. Systemic corruption in the police, yes, it's a fact. Even the latest survey that was issued just the other day, Honorable and members, it is not good that every other year the National Police Service remains on the top for the bad reasons. This, and you rightly indicated, systemic corruption. We will work with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission alongside other players to try to understand the root causes of what is this, what are these processes that are so prone to corruption that it becomes almost difficult. It may seem difficult to correct, yet working with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission I worked for long, it's possible actually to come up with. I think the challenge would largely be around follow-ups and interventions, which, having served in that space, I believe we should be able to do that. You spoke about the debates around the
maybe you can
online.
speak something while on that on corruption.
Okay.
You know that the National Police Service probably is almost undertaking recruitment.
Correct.
Maybe you can come clear on that. How
right.
do you, if approved, do you intend to tackle the very rampant corruption beveling the service during the recruitment?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was trying to rush through because of time.
Yeah, I know, but corruption is key and is of much of interest to Kenyans.
Thank you, sir. Corruption occurs, Chair and members, where there are opportunities. We say opportunities and the inclination. Opportunities to perpetrate corruption and the inclination, which is about the culture, the attitudes and stuff. So what we need to do is to address the opportunities that are in the processes within recruitment, the opportunities that exist within promotions, trainings, transfers. So specifically on the online training program that is underway, let me say this. Chair and members, we have no choice as a country at this space other than to automate or to go digital in most of our services and operations. There's no doubt about that, because that's even within the broader framework of the government agenda under the better framework of digitizing operations and stuff. However, as good as the online application processes are, because they definitely are panacea to the challenges of corruption, the loopholes that I talked about, but we have to manage the process, Chair, so that we still attain the long-term goal of automating the processes, but we carry along everybody, including the users of those processes, so that we can then be effective and impactful. It is my responsibility as the chair when I report, just to quickly, because I understand we have timelines because Parliament has already approved budgets, we have to quickly sit down and map out now solutions that marry between the intention to go digital, because that's an imperative. That's what's happening across government. But again, take the concerns that have come through from different stakeholders, including issues of access, because there's also the constitutional right that every Kenyan must have an opportunity to be able to seek some of these employment opportunities. So, Chair, in a nutshell, the online, just to finalize on Mheshimiwa Sigei's question, is that it's a very good opportunity for us to seal some of the extreme gaps and loopholes that exist in our processes so that we tighten, but taking along everybody so that we don't lose, including those that are supposed to be implementers of the programs that we approve as a commission. That's how I look at it. But corruption, and I'm not ashamed to say this, I know we are in the glare of the camera, it is a cancer, it is an evil that we must fight and we must deal with, including through interventions like technology. Thank you, Chair. There was a question from Honorable Chelule about gender. Sorry, there was the issue of relationships. Or it was relationships between NPS, IPOA, and we are in a space, honorable and members, that we have to work together. There are different players within this space, and each with their own very unique mandate, but we must find the common threads that bring us together in order to work. We must collaborate instead of, everybody pulling apart. We must build synergy instead of everybody saying that they run their lane. We must complement instead of competing. So I see an opportunity for the different players, the National Police Service Commission, where I'll be spearheading the leadership, the National Police Service, especially the command that also sits in the commission, and then the IPOA that provides the civilian oversight over the servicemen and women that we deal with. Aspects of mandates by Honorable Chelule, increase in gender-based violence, alcoholism, drug abuse, all that, and also the extremities that we see in families. It's a manifestation of deep challenges that would require to be addressed, because this has even manifested within, like, the members of the National Police Service, where you see a lot of, fights in the lines, even shootings in the lines, and that kind of thing, even the gender-based violence. So I'm saying it's a manifestation of deeper issues that, as a chair of the National Police Service Commission, as we handle the entire nation, I will want to address the issues that are within my immediate mandate, those that are within the National Police Service Commission and the service, even as we seek then to make a contribution as a commission to the rest of community to address some of these criminalities that are again investigated by our servicemen. So there's a lot of support that within, like, the National Police Service Commission, I intend to spearhead that agenda of the employee wellness, where issues of social support, counseling, mentoring and coaching, a lot of, and I intend to bring in a servant leadership approach that may be very rare within the space of security, but I think where we find ourselves within the service, we have to change tact where the supervisors can actually talk to this thing of, yes, sir, the lower junior cannot say anything to the boss. That's part of the whole problem because of the training that they are taken through, and it has a gamut of interventions, including changing the thinking, the trainings, retooling, reskilling, but more than anything else, addressing the issues that manifest, that eventually manifest, including terms and conditions, Most of our officers live in very deplorable conditions, issues of remuneration and pay. I know there are constraints of budget because I've worked in the salaries and remuneration sector, but progressively we can address the issues of their welfare so that then we nip it in the bud, because alcoholism is a manifestation of something, and the rest of the vices. Yeah. So it's a multi-pronged approach. We may not address it as National Police Service Commission alone, but working with the command and also other players, because there are other agencies, the NGEC, the National Gender and Equality Commission, that looks at matters like those. There's always an interface of commissions that where we integrate to ensure that we deliver for Kenyans. Thank you.
I think you had made a point on that. Try to go to the last question and precisely. Thank you. Because we are a bit pressed of time.
Okay. Yeah. Honorable brought us the spotlight on corruption and the excesses, including issues of the poor working conditions. Yes, there's been lots of bad publicity. Honorable, I fully concur on the excesses that are seen within the National Police Service. There are constitutional parameters, legislative parameters in the law, in the act that operationalizes the Constitution through Parliament in terms of the standards of conduct and behavior. So where people get out of those standards, there are, even within the organizations, there are those standard operating procedures, the standing orders within the police service. So it's an issue of ensuring compliance and demanding for accountability where there are those excesses that then go off and even give a very bad image of the National Police Service. So I see an opportunity for addressing corruption, like you said, through improving the terms and conditions, continually engaging our men and women in uniform, providing them with good psychosocial support, sensitization, changing about the training curriculum, and infusing more aspects of human rights, respecting the dignity of citizens and stuff. So it's a gamut, Mheshimiwa, it's a gamut of many things. It's a multiplicity of many things that we will be spearheading at the Commission, working with other players to ensure that we turn around progressively. I don't want to be seen like I'm promising heaven. I know it's a journey. If within the 6 years that I'll be the Commission Chair, I will lay the foundations that will take us to where we ought to, I will be more than happy and glad working with the team of commissioners.
We are going to take possibly the last. We have Sarah Korere. You haven't even gotten, at least you can introduce yourself and ask a question even.
Thank you, Chair. Kwa majina naitwa Sarah Korere, mbunge wa Laikipia Kaskazini. Chair, niko na maswali mawili. Ya kwanza, Daktari Amani, kama ilivyo sasa baina ya tume na huduma ya polisi ya kitaifa, hamna amani pale. Utafanyaje kuhakikisha kwamba amani itarejea ili waweze kufanya kazi pamoja?